And a very warm welcome to the 53rd Miss Intercontinental Beauty Pageant. Let's hear a huge round of applause. Oh yes, for everybody joining us right here at the arena, at the V Hotel, at the head of the Red Sea, at Sal Hashish in Egypt, and to everybody back at home. In Nairobi, we say Karibu Sana. Right here, we say welcome to you. And because we have very many people from all around the world who are in the audience today, I want some crazy noise when I call off your country, okay? Because we have representatives from China, from Colombia, of course from the Slovak Republic. We also have representatives from New Zealand, of course from the African continent. We also have Kenya, Tanzania, everybody from the USA. We have Hong Kong in the house. Ladies and gents, it's about to be an exciting night. And today, we're not just about beauty. We're about celebrating heritage. We're about celebrating the cultures that make us who we are. And the national costume competition, which is the reason as to why we're all here today, is a fan favorite because we have ladies from all around the world. Impeccable craftsmanship that goes into their pieces, a lot of creativity, and we're gonna experience them carrying home and bringing a bit of home on this particular stage. My name is Aziza Hashim. Back at home, they call me the Media Messiah. I represent East Africa, Nairobi, Kenya, and without further ado, ladies and gents, the moment you've been waiting for, the ladies are ready, the audience is ready, and to everybody back at home, I know you're definitely ready. We're gonna start with the African continent as we move continent by continent, experience different stories through the outfits that are gonna be on this particular stage. And starting off in Africa, we have the first lady or the first delegate who's going to be gracing our stage. All the way from Botswana, we have Tembela Moesi. Ladies and gentlemen, cattle bell ringing are the sound of wealth in Botswana. Her national costume honors Botswana, motherland of natural diamonds, the foundation that builds schools, healthcare, and dignity. It reflects Botswana's sunsets and the peace of her wilderness. From the Okavango Delta, one of the last Edens on earth. Once again, please make some noise for Tembela Moesi, representing Botswana. Up next, ladies and gents, all the way from Cabo Verde, we have Evelyn Cardoso. Now she's wearing a dress that has an additional cloth on top, which is a traditional Cape Verdean fabric. At the bottom of the dress, as you can see, there's some folds that represent the skirt used in the dance of traditional music. That is called the batuco. In her hand, she carries a belay that represents agriculture and traditional food. They call it the kachupa. Once again, give a warm round of applause for Evelyn from Cabo Verde. So far, so good, ladies and gents. We're cruising nicely. Still representing the continent of Africa. Please give a warm welcome to Ida Princess from Cameroon. Her national costume is entirely made of raffia. It's a sacred material originating from the central and southern regions of Cameroon. It was once reserved for kings and great chieftaincies. The raffia symbolizes Cameroon and their authority, wisdom, and the deep connection between humanity, the land, and the ancestors. By wearing it, she embodies the living memory of her people. Oh yes, strut it, baby girl, the Cameroon way. Once again, a warm round of applause for Ida from Cameroon. Still representing the continent of Africa and bringing the heritage on this stage. Let's hear it for brilliant Mukanda Maroko from Kenya. She is a guardian and guide of a nation built in unity. She wears a magnificent crafted lion mask, reflecting Kenya's fearless heart that is strong, protective, and commands respect. With majestic eagle-like wings spread behind her, she embodies Kenya's unstoppable rise. Once again, give a warm welcome to Kenya. And if you're definitely loving Our Lady so far, let me hear a louder round of applause. Oh yes, to the people back at home, we're having a good time right here. Moving on swiftly. All the way from Nigeria, we have dwelling Chisaoku Amesiobi. She represents the River State people of Nigeria. Now, through a big, bold fish costume, it symbolizes life, abundance, and the riverine heritage of the Niger Delta. Oh yes, come on baby girl. Now the fish represents the people's deep connection with water as a source of sustenance, culture, and resilience. Oh yes, make some noise for Nigeria. Up next on stage from sunny South Africa, make some noise for Chanique Terebalanche. Now ladies and gentlemen, as she steps forward, she's wearing a national costume that tells a powerful story of South Africa. A land shaped by strength, beauty, and resilience. Inspired by the iconic Big Five, the design reflects the courage of the African wilderness. Oh yes, baby girl, give us a sass. Love it. The gold flows through the costumes as a tribute to South Africa's mineral heritage. Once again, give a huge round of applause for sunny South Africa. Now, ladies and gents, we take it back to Tanzania, where we have Faida Kasim Kisuyo. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this particular costume is called Ulingwiza. It's meaningful to the beauty and heritage of Tanzania. Its wildlife, tribes, and culture come out clearly in the outfit. The headpiece references the Lion King, which is set in the pride lands of Tanzania. Inspired by the Serengeti National Park. Give us some. Hiya! Oh yes, she celebrated the lion capital of the world. Make some noise once again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, not so far. We're crossing over to Zambia, where we have Chipo Chibalamuna. Now, she is Imfumu Nkazi, which is the Queen of Copper, representing Zambia's Copper Belt region, the powerful symbol of heritage and strength, embodies the resilience of Zambian women. Now, she's adorned in traditional chitenge. Come on, baby girl, give me the vibe. Oh yes, sacred beads, feathers. She definitely knows how to honor her roots and commands authority. Once again, let's hear it for Zambia. Closing off for us in the African continent, we go to Zimbabwe, where we have Rumbidzai Muzopa. My, oh my, she's definitely inspired by the cascading waters of the Great Masiotunya, which is the national costume that embodies grace, elegance, and strength. She emerges from the mighty smoke that thunders, a gently glistening symbol of the life-giving force that is the seventh wonder of the world. In this costume, she represents resilience and abundance of her nation. Please give her a huge round of applause. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you've gotten to interact with the beautiful ladies from the African continent, and I think so far so good. They've brought us closer to home, and they've brought their stories on this stage. And of course, to all our viewers back at home, we hope you're definitely feeling the vibe, feeling the energy, and of course, marking that register as you see your culture represented on the stage. Up next, we cross over to Asia and Oceania. And of course, starting this particular group for us is Australia. Please make some noise for Nicole Papadimas. Now, she represents Australia wearing the Warata flower, which is one of our nation's most iconic native blooms. The Warata symbolizes strength, resilience, and beauty. Known for its bold red petals, the Warata blooms even after fires, reminding us that from challenges comes renewal. Once again, please give a huge round of applause for Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's welcome on stage China, represented by Zhao Qianwen. My, oh my, talk about the prototype of the jouet dress in the jacket and the skirt worn by women in the late Qing Dynasty and the early Republic of China. This was used for weddings and important festivals, and it mostly adopts Chaishan embroidery craftsmanship. Please make some noise for her. Absolutely gorgeous from head to toe, and the back is definitely giving. Still representing Asia and Oceania. Please give a warm welcome to Indonesia. Ladies and gents, I present to you Adinda Puri. Now this is Garuda from Indonesia, which is a sacred and majestic mythological bird representing strength, sovereignty, and protection. The divine messenger between heaven and earth, and it embodies courage, loyalty, and the duty to uphold righteousness. Absolutely dazzling, oh my goodness. The spirit lives on in Garuda Prankasila, Indonesia's national emblem. Please give her a huge round of applause. This is the Garuda from Indonesia, and of course, representing her country, her heritage, her identity is Adinda Puri. Up next, we're going to be representing India. Up next, we're gonna be representing India. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you Shraddha Patel. I definitely see the Indian flags in the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, this national costume represents the soul of India. Of course, she brings its heritage, symbolism, and timeless artistry. Inspired by iconic monuments and sacred spaces, it reflects a nation rooted in history and faith. National symbols like the lotus, peacock, tiger, and the sacred Ganga are woven into its essence, celebrating unity and pride. And I can tell you right from this side, I feel the beats coming in and the energy kicking right through. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Korea. Representing Korea, we have Shin Yojeong. Now she wears the Hwangjini inspired handbook inspired by Korea's most iconic artist and symbol of elegance. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I'm definitely loving the vibrant colors and flowing lines. Her costume definitely reflects the beauty, confidence, and timeless grace of traditional Korean culture. Holding a jangu, the traditional Korean drum, she represents the rhythm of Korea. Once again, make some noise. We are cruising nicely. Have you seen any of your cultures on the stage? If you have, give me one shout, ladies and gents. Oh yes, for the remaining people in the audience and to all our lovely viewers back at home, we're definitely gonna be having your culture in just a bit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Macau, represented by Zhang Shuting. Now she wears a gown that fuses Eastern aesthetics with modern tailoring. Crimson with layered golden beadwork and embroidery. Its strapless fishtail cut exudes contemporary elegance. An off-white cloud-like cape and kingfisher feather hairpin complete the look, blending traditional Gipao opulence with modern culture. And if you're loving the blend of all tradition and the modern in it, please give her a huge round of applause. Looking gorgeous in red. Up next, please make some noise for New Zealand, represented by Kelsey Tuna. Oh yes, I see you're represented in the house now. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, she wears history. Her national costume honors Kate Shepherd, whose leadership secured women the right to vote in 1893. Now she's adorned with a white camellia. And this costume represents courage, unity, and the peaceful resistance of the suffrage movement. Her legacy lives in every woman on this stage. In my opinion, I've never seen white look so good. Come on, make some noise for her. That is Kelsey Tuna from New Zealand. Up next, ladies and gents, all the way from Philippines, we have Christina. Now she represents Mascota de Zamboanga, La Rosa del Sur, that was inspired by its elegance. And of course, this Philippine national costume embodies the vibrant soul and rich cultural heritage of the Zamboanga city. Now draped in blush pink and pearl white, the sheer, intricately beaded gown represents Spanish colonial influence, seamlessly blended, pardon my diction, with local artistry. Talk about class, sass, and beauty, representing Philippines. Now up next, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Singapore, we have Hansana Balasuria. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, from Singapore, we have Isnia Samkota. My apologies. Now, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, she is the Thunder Warrior of Singapore. Rising from the land of Singapore, she overcomes all odds. She represents striking beauty equipped with the strength of perseverance. Oh yes, persevere, baby girl, let's get it. She never bows down to challenges. Regardless of whatever comes her way, she faces each challenge fearlessly. And my oh my, blue and silver is looking good on you, baby girl. Please make some noise for Isnia Samkota from Singapore. And now, ladies and gents, still representing Asia and Oceania, we have Sri Lanka, represented now by Hansana Balarusia. Ooh. Now what she's wearing is what they call the makara. Now, the makara is one of the most powerful mythical symbols in Sri Lankan art and architecture, representing the combined strength of nature through an imaginative blend of real animals. More than a decorative figure, the makara is traditionally seen as a protective guardian. It's a composite creature formed from 7 symbolic elements. And of course, she brings this makara representing her culture, her heritage, all the way from Sri Lanka. And she carries it so gracefully. Please give her a huge round of applause. Now up next we have Vanessa Natasha Wang, all the way from Thailand. Now this national costume is inspired by Thailand's celestial heritage and classical Thai dance. The gold and silk, as you can see, it's hand embroidered with intricate Thai motifs. And of course it represents prosperity, grace, and the spiritual light of her nation. Now the crown that she wears on her head so elegantly reflects national Thai royalty, symbolizing dignity, femininity, and inner strength. Once again, please give a huge round of applause for Thailand. And finally now closing it, in the Asia and Oceania region, we have Nguyen Thitu Ngon, all the way from Vietnam. Wow. Now, ladies and gents, she is wearing the Chao Ro Khao Moi. And it's inspired by the cultural life of the Chao Ro ethnic community, expressed through 3 symbolic colors. As you can see, that is black, representing Mother Earth that nurtures life, red, symbolizing fire, and of course, enduring faith. Last but not least, we have a blend of white that is the color of light, hope, and the future. Now this outfit is a heartfelt tribute to Vietnam's cultural heritage. Please give her a warm round of applause. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from Africa. You've definitely seen it and experienced it from the gorgeous ladies from Asia and Oceania. And let me tell you, if you are back at home, I know you're definitely enjoying the view, but it's a lot better from here at the arena at the V Luxury Resort right here in Sal Hashish in Egypt. And so far, so good. We get to represent culture, we get to represent identity, and of course, the amazing heritage of the different parts of the world that are graced on the stage at the 53rd Miss Intercontinental pageant. Now, moving on swiftly, ladies and gents, we now cross over to Europe. And starting it off in Europe, we have Natalie Nog from Austria. Now, ladies and gentlemen, her national costume is a traditional dance for Austria. Talk about simplicity, elegance, and beauty, all in one. Yes. Looking gorgeous in pink, please make some noise once again for Natalie Nock, representing Austria. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have Ilana representing Belgium. Whoa. Now, this national costume represents the city of diamonds. It's a symbol of brilliance, craftsmanship, and enduring strength. It's inspired by Antwerp's world-renowned diamond heritage. The design reflects how beauty is formed through precision, patience, and time. Now, I can definitely tell you that on this stage, the diamonds are definitely blinding my eye. So beautiful. Please make some noise for Ilana from Belgium. And now, up next, on stage, we have Anna Marie from Czech Republic. Now, this national costume represents the Czech Republic through elegance, strength, and light. It's inspired by the Slavic heritage and winter landscapes. The white and silver tones symbolizes purity. And of course, the resilience and clarity definitely comes out in a massive way. I can still feel the crystal energy that reflects traditional craftsmanship deeply rooted in the Czech culture. Now, once again, ladies and gents, allow me to bring on stage all the way from Estonia, Carolina Tam. Now, ladies and gents, Carolina is wearing a long black evening gown. Now, the gown is inspired by the Estonian flag, which features blue, black, and white. And of course, all of these colors are beautifully crafted and of course incorporated into her gorgeous evening gown. And the hem of the gown is decorated with blue and white flowers, and the beautiful neckline is fastened with Estonia's national flower. Please make some noise for Carolina from Estonia. Now, up next, representing France, we have Pauline Mochard. Please give a warm welcome to Pauline. Wow. Now, for Miss Intercontinental, she envisioned a glamorous and contemporary national costume. The red bodysuit, embellished with rhinestones and feathers, represents French passion and femininity. Now, the silver cape that you see, ladies and gentlemen, looking so flawless and elegant, adds grace and, of course, sophistication. And, of course, the blue boots definitely capture my attention. I don't know about you. Please make some noise once again for France. Up next, representing Germany, we have Chantal. Ooh. Now she wears the golden eagle of Germany. It's a powerful symbol of strength, of course, freedom and resilience. For centuries, the eagle has represented protection, leadership, and the unbreakable spirit of the nation. Please make some noise for the golden eagle. Now up next, representing Hungary, please make some noise for Shrik Boglarka. Oh yes, now ladies and gentlemen, her national costume was inspired by the tulip. Now it's one of the oldest symbols of the Hungarian folk art. Now the tulip represents femininity, love, and of course, just how beautiful she is. It is the beauty of life. Please make some noise. Up next, we have Alana representing Ireland. Oh, I can see that we do have Ireland in the house. Talk about boldness and how she proudly represents the charming land of Ireland. Now she takes her representation or inspiration rather from her national heritage and cultural folklore. She stands here as a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow, portraying the Irish spirit of hope, luck, and of course, lots of joy, baby girl. Please make some noise for Ireland once again, ladies and gents. Now, ladies and gentlemen, up next we have Italy. Now, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the combination of class, sass, and a beautiful masquerade that shows you that beauty doesn't have to be seen, but of course, in the energy, in the presence, you definitely feel her all the way. And of course, this is what it means to bring in that Italian touch to every vibe and every room that you step in. Come on, baby girl, reveal the beautiful face and show us what Italy has got to offer. Now up next, we have Tia from Macedonia. Please give her a huge round of applause, ladies and gents. Isn't she looking gorgeous? Now her costume features the beautiful symbols of the Macedonian flag. Of course, we have the sun and its warmth, and of course the red that symbolizes the blood of the Macedonian soldiers, and of course bringing that Macedonian vibe and energy. She definitely is serving. If you're loving it, make some noise. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have Eva van Belen representing Netherlands. Yes. Now, this national costume was inspired by the iconic Dutch Delft blue. It's a world famous art form deeply influenced by the Chinese porcelain. And of course, it symbolizes centuries of heritage. Now, the white silhouette adorned with hand-painted blue details definitely reflects elegance, precision of the Dutch heritage. And what's better to bring in the Dutch heritage than a beautiful, fine girl? Come on, please give her a huge round of applause, ladies and gents. Moving on swiftly, we have Dominika Zark all the way from Poland. Ooh. Now for this beautiful red lady in red, her national costume is a tribute to the soul of Poland. It is a nation, ladies and gents, that was shaped by resilience and profound connection to nature. And it's designed by Melina Mika. And the look features a striking white and red palette inspired by the Polish flag. Come on, baby girl, give us that Polish energy and vibe. true heritage represented right here at this global stage. Please make some noise once again for Poland. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we cross over to Portugal, where we have Diana. Oh, this definitely looks familiar. She wears a traditional costume from northern Portugal that is full of color, full of weight, and of course, full of purpose. That heavy skirt that you see symbolizes joy, abundance, and vitality, while the white blouse, ladies and gents, definitely represents purity and the daily life of work. And I know that ladies can definitely agree that this is true heritage. Please make some noise once again. Now allow me to bring you on stage Kira Andrea, all the way from Romania. Ooh. Now, the Romanian peony is the national flower of Romania and a unique species that is only found in Europe. But of course, we have it represented right here on this particular stage. Now, inspired by this emblematic flower, the national costume features multiple flowers in full bloom through vibrant colors and, of course, layered floral forms. And the design reflects abundance, femininity, and resilience. And, of course, we have the gorgeous flower right at the center. Of course, I'm talking about her. Please make some noise once again for Kira. Now, ladies and gents, please, let's hear it for Russia, represented by Favorito Yakovenko. Oh yes, I see we do have some Russians in the house. I hope this definitely speaks to your culture. And she attempted to bring us to life when it comes to the Russian winter. That is an image that combines elements of true beauty and mystery. The main idea of her costume is to combine elements of classics and modern fashion. I don't know if you can see the back, ladies and gents. Ooh, that frosty cape and a crown with a sparkling frosty pattern definitely give us that amazing winter mood. And if you're feeling the winter vibes from Russia, please give her a huge round of applause. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we still have some enthusiasm from Russia. Oh my goodness. Now, allow me to bring up on stage the next representative. All the way from Serbia, we have Marija. Now, ladies and gentlemen, her gorgeous outfit is a symbol of freedom, beauty, eternity, and boundlessness. And I know that as you see her, you see beauty beyond bounds, looking elegant, looking classy, and of course serving sass. Oh yes, that is Marija from Serbia. And up next we have Natalia Wejsova, all the way from the Slovak Republic. Now, in case you didn't know, the national costume of Slovakia is a modern interpretation of a rich folk tradition inspired by blueprinting and a dominant blue and white color scheme that is, of course, delicate and has ornaments that are based on the iconic onion pattern from the Modra region. And of course, this is the Slovak technique of the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage List. But my oh my, personally I'm loving the headpiece, the beautiful structure at the bottom, and of course her gorgeous smile tops it all up. Ladies and gents, please make some noise for the Slovak Republic. Up next, we have Spain. Of course, representing the fierce soul of Spain. Talk about the deep black and luminous gold as they merge in this ensemble, inspired by a symbol of Spain's strength, elegance, and indomitable character. Now, as you can see, she's wearing a structured jacket that is richly embroidered and adorned with golden beading, shining as a reflection of the country's history and cultural legacy. Oh, yes. Who said ladies can't rock fantastic suits like that? Please make some noise for Spain. Up next, we cross over to Turkey, represented by Sizin. Now, this national costume was, of course, as well represented by the tulip, which is a deep symbol and has deep meaning in the Turkish culture. Now, beyond representing elegance and prosperity, the tulip reflects a strong cultural heritage. Now, the use of the denim fabric, of course, adds that modern touch and interpretation of this specific ensemble, bringing the past and the present together. Now, ladies and gentlemen, up next we have Emily Gibbons representing the United Kingdom. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the British Swan is a powerful symbol of the United Kingdom's royal heritage, representing the historic bond between the crown and the natural world. Now, this royal connection is still honored today through the ancient ceremony of the swan apping on the River Thames. Now, the swan, just like the swan we have on stage, represents grace, beauty, and beautiful transformation. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. Please make some noise once again for United Kingdom. Now, finishing off, or rather closing it off for us in Europe, we have Tatarstan. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, she went bold, giving us that fantastic metallic energy with an amazing headpiece. And of course, beautiful, beautiful shoes at the bottom that, of course, represents the amazing Tatarstan culture, taking us all the way back with a modern touch right here on this fantastic global stage. Please make some noise for Tatarstan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to check the energy in the room real quick, okay? Because so far so good, you get to represent every single person who's watching us back at home, okay? I can see some flags in the audience. Could I see your flags up? Anyone with a flag? Ooh. Could you shout which country you're from so that I can hear you in the crowd? Oh, we have India. We have Tanzania. We have China. We have Thailand. We have the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen. Cuba. Which nation is not represented? I can see a lot of flags right about now, ladies and gentlemen. And if you are watching us live from back at home or even in the live stream right about now, give us your flag in the comment section and we'll definitely appreciate you. But moving on swiftly, we're nearing the end. We're crossing over to the Americas. And of course, we're going to be starting with North America. Now, ladies and gentlemen, starting it off for us in North America, we have Reem Emil all the way from Canada. Ooh. Now, British Columbia, also known as Canada, is known for its abundant salmon, a powerful symbol of resilience, transformation, and renewal. Her costume draws on the salmon's life cycle to tell a story of grit, swimming upstream against strong currents, mirroring the challenges faced. And of course, the challenges that we overcome. It also reflects transformation, symbolizing the courage to embrace change and new beginnings. And in my opinion, this is a wonderful interpretation of exactly that. I don't know if you can see the headpiece. My, oh my. Definitely giving off that energy. And a fantastic touch at the bottom on the boots. Talk about fusion of course, heritage and culture and modern day interpretation. If you're loving it, let me hear you make some noise. Take your time, baby girl. You look absolutely gorgeous. Now, ladies and gentlemen, up next, let's hear it for Lorena Suarez, all the way from Cuba. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as she steps forward, she's stepping forward in a costume that proudly represents her nation. Now, she's dressed in vibrant red, adorned with white and blue crystals, and this design reflects the colors of the Cuban flag and, of course, the strength of its identity. Oh, yes, shake it up, baby girl. Give us that Cuban energy. Yes. Now she's wearing a dramatic skirt and feathered headdress, and of course representing that Tropicana. Now, ladies and gentlemen, up next from the land of reggae, we have Christabel Brown representing Jamaica. Now what you see, ladies and gents, is a beautiful Jamaican baby girl that represents River Muma, or the River Mermaid. That is, of course, a beautiful, enigmatic figure in Jamaican folklore. Often described as a mermaid or a water nymph, the River Mama guards the rivers and streams of Jamaica. Now, she represents the life-giving and sustaining power of water, which is a vital resource in an island nation. Smile for me, Jamaica. Moving on swiftly, please, ladies and gentlemen, give a warm, fantastic welcome for Carolina Ruelas from Mexico. My, oh my, talk about color. Now, this traditional costume is called the Chichen Itza, which is the return of Kukulkan, which brings together the grandeur of the Maya civilization with the vibrant essence of Mexico. Now, it was inspired by the feathered serpent, which is a symbol of power and wisdom. It represents the union of sky, land, and sea, with shades of royal blue, deep green, and of course purple. The design reflects the strength and elegance of the beautiful women from Mexico. Please make some noise. Oh yes, take your time, baby girl, looking gorgeous. Woo! I don't know about you, but I could definitely rock that real well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, up next, please give a warm welcome to Gabriela from Puerto Rico. Hi, mama. Now, ladies and gentlemen, she represents Taina, the daughter of the sea and the sun. It's a handmade ceremonial garment inspired by Puerto Rico's Taino's heritage, crafted with crystals, quartz, bamboo, and native seeds. It honors ancestral memory, nature, and resilience, and it represents a silenced culture that has now been officially reclaimed. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Puerto Rico. Aya. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, representing the North America region, we have Brooke from the United States of America. Ooh. Now she represents the United States through the spirit of American Southwest, where strength and beauty definitely coexist so beautifully. She's inspired by the cactus, which is an iconic symbol in Arizona. And Arizona is definitely her home, and this costume reflects resilience, adaptability, and the ability to thrive together in any environment. The skirt that you see her wearing was handpicked, and it captures desert landscapes and of course the endless skies, definitely bringing Arizona on this particular stage in Egypt on the 53rd Miss Intercontinental pageant. Please once again make some noise for the United States of America. Now, ladies and gents, last but not least, we cross over to South America. The First Lady gracing our stage from South America, all the way from Argentina. Please make some noise for Daniela Martinez. Oh yes, we're definitely not gonna cry for you, Argentina. Her costume definitely screams happiness. It represents the Argentina woman inspired by the Albi Celeste, which is the Argentina national team. If you're a fan of football, ladies and gents, please make some noise. Yes. Give us that Argentinian vibe, baby girl. Moving on swiftly, ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Maria Clara Marquez from Brazil. Hi. Now, let me tell you, if you are a big fan of Carnival, you definitely know that the Brazilian Carnival is strength, movement, and identity. And of course, her costume gains harpy wings, a symbol of power, freedom, and majesty of Brazil. Ay, Maria. Now, the open wings that you see, ladies and gentlemen, represent the energy of the avenue and the strength of dance and Brazilian culture. Ay. Come on, baby girl. slay, serve, ooh, aye. Now, ladies and gentlemen, up next, all the way from Chile, please represent or make some noise and a huge round of applause for Constanza Lagas. Now, her typical costume is inspired by the ancestral culture of Rapa Nui, which is the Easter island where the ocean gives life, identity, and spiritual strength. Now, Timana represents the energy of the sea, the connection with the ancestors, and the powerful femininity of the powerful women from Chile. Now, as you can see, she also has some shells, ladies and gentlemen, and they symbolize protection, but of course a bit of dance right there, ladies and gents. Ooh, let's go. Come on, please make some noise once again for Chile. Now, up next, ladies and gentlemen, we're nearing the end, and I believe at this point in time, you've definitely seen your region or your culture represented on the stage. Now, moving on swiftly, please, with all the energy, make some noise for Sasha Perea from Colombia. Ooh, now she represents a Belarang fantasy, which is a vibrant Afro-Colombian musical genre and dance from the Caribbean coast rooted in the traditions of enslaved Africans. It's characterized by powerful drumming and a call and response singing. I don't know if it's gonna sing for us, baby girl, but of course we definitely love it. Now it says, as a representation of what it means to preserve our culture, celebrate it, and of course the great resistance. Moving on swiftly, ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Christian, all the way from Ecuador. Hi. We definitely have a lot of carnival energy right here on the stage. She embodies the Galapagos Islands nymph, a mystical representation of the protective spirit of Ecuador's most emblematic archipelago. Inspired by the marine richness and unique biodiversity, the costume represents a guardian of the sea, which is of course a mythological being that symbolizes conservation and harmony with nature. Come on, I definitely see the flag in the crowd. Last but definitely not least, the final representative who's going to be gracing this stage tonight, all the way from Venezuela. Please make some noise for Ruby. Now, ladies and gentlemen, her costume is inspired by Yuri Mare, an emblematic figure of the Marish people and a symbolic essence of resistance, dignity, and indigenous heritage in Venezuela. Now, she embodies a powerful, profound, and authentic, beautiful creature that arises from character, ancestral wisdom, and commitment to community, and her legacy is a powerful message to the world. Give us one last time, baby girl. Oh, yes. Now, I wish I had one of those. Maybe I could be flexing on one side. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, you've been a fantastic audience right here at the arena of the V Hotel in Sal Hashish, so that all the people back at home can get to hear you. Let me hear you make one last final sounding round of applause. Oh yes, I hope we can definitely keep the energy, keep the momentum, because tomorrow is where it gets down on this particular stage as we experience the final and the crowning of the new Miss Intercontinental. Of course, it is the 53rd Miss Intercontinental pageant. So we'll see you right back here at the arena, right here at the V Hotel in Sal Hashish. If you're in Egypt, maybe drop by. We definitely have some space for you. If you're back at home, you're going to be joining us live once again. But right about now, my name is Aziza Hashim. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye and good night.